And you of all people need to be real careful of who you say you drink orange to, sir.
Apparently, you got people.
Arrington brings something back with some shit bubbling over the top. Yeah, girl gave it to me. She said it was for you. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right. Y'all won't be able to hear the shit today because but I'll give you the trigger when we get started.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, what's going on, fam? Welcome to another great episode of In Your City here on Hot 91. I'm sorry, sir.
I didn't like that.
You didn't like that one? I'll rewind it.
That was like mad docile. Like I didn't like. Are we upset at each other?
No.
Is it beef that I don't know about? That was whack.
Okay. I was doing 10 for Syrok's sake, y'all. What is happening? What's going on? Welcome to another great episode of In Your City here on WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA. Look, we are your number one show that you love to tune into every Sunday. I'm Arrington Gavin. With me always is comedian Syrok Foxx.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
That's Queen Miss Michele Young.
What's that?
And of course, we got to shout out our awesome producer, Mr. Kam Godley.
What is cracking, people?
Oh, and hey, Alvin.
Yeah,
y'all.
I got to Alvin today.
Because you're a bit harsh. You're a bit. Oh.
Cam's beanie has a grip, and that.
That's fire.
Yeah, he don't know about that.
Fire.
That is scary.
He don't know about
I've
that.
only known the nefarious characters to have a grip.
I got black forces too, all black. Find out, Syrok. Find out.
This man is gully.
Oh my. Calm everybody out. Well, look, y'all. Look, I was doing some house cleaning, man. I found my dad jokes, but y'all mind if I tell y'all a dad joke real quick?
I didn't know you.
Okay. I'm sorry. No.
How did you not know that? When he was
happy,
smiling about having it.
Okay.
He couldn't wait.
What goes tick-tock and woof woof? A watchdog.
Yeah, no.
What?
That
A
ain't it, bro.
watchdog. What goes tick-tock
That ain't it,
and
bro.
woof woof?
Make sure we clip this so we can watch him do that seizure laugh.
Oh yeah, I always it's clipped. It's
I
clipped.
need some
All right, y'all.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, y'all. Look, we got too much fun. Okay, look. Let's start off with let's talk about some of the aftermath of another great interview on Club Shay Shay with Monique. I was about to say her last name, but I forgot. Monique, Oscar winner. We all know from the
Monique Oscar winner.
All that good stuff. It was another memorable interview. I mean, which did any of y'all check it out?
I saw the whole thing. I sat through the whole 2 hours and some change, and man, it was the gems. But I gotta say, I'm on the fence with a lot of the things she said.
Okay.
But however, I will say she got evidence.
She got proof.
She got proof. She came with receipts. Yeah. She came with dates. She came with Googleable phrases and terms where you can like time and date back to what she's talking about. So it's crazy.
I'm one of Monique's biggest critics, right? And honestly, this kind of softened me up a little bit. Seriously, I mean, I told my wife, I'm like, you know what? I see why she's frustrated, right? Because on paper, Monique has a crazy resume. I mean, countless awards. The Parkers was the number one show at one point. I mean, she has a resume that you'll be like, okay, she deserves a lot more, money in the pot.
To have an Oscar on your shelf and not be $1 million movie booking talent.
That's what I'm saying.
It's insane.
It's insane.
But
I got to do a little
how
research.
Much of it is her fault
before I agree on that?
How much of it is her fault, and how much of it is the rumor that Tyler started? And I'm not even gonna say allegedly. Mm-hmm. She got the proof.
She has the audio
of Tyler saying himself that he was down with the ruckus.
And before, a lot of the listeners are like saying, "Wait a minute, it was against the law. Why y'all recording somebody?" in the state of Georgia, it was perfectly legal for her to record that conversation without him.
And to tell you the truth, if you do something dirty to me and I record you doing it, the last thing I want to hear is why are you recording me?
That's right.
Doing you dirty. No. I don't care if you was on the toilet bad mouthing me. You was bad mouthing me, and I got proof of you doing it.
All I can say is it's not looking good for Tyler.
No.
Now she had some beef with Oprah as well. Talked about DL Hughley, which DL quickly responded. By the way, DL is not playing. DL's like, oh no, I'm gonna say something. I mean, this man said the only crunch I know she do has the word captain in front of it. I mean, after that, I'm like, oh, I can't.
Now I am inclined to believe DL because I was firsthand witness to a lot of the stuff that was happening that started that beef between the two. And Monique took the shot. She took the shot first because of DL being associated with the other kings. She took that shot. DL responded. Same way with the Tyler Perry situation. She was beefing with Oprah first. And by association, you know, hey, you beef with my friend type, you know, and it trickles down. Tyler Perry got hit with a straight. Tyler Perry was like, fine, I ain't gonna fuck with you. Oh, dang it.
He got we've been here too long. He's too comfortable. He's way too comfortable.
We can have a suspension on here. I'm sorry if you're ready for what's going on.
My mind frame got a timer of no cut. So anyway, it's just, I don't know. If she throws the first punch, is the retaliation warranted from what the other people do? DL was hit first. He responded, and then she responded, and then he going back and forth. I mean, it seems fair. It don't seem like no blackball stuff. But I mean, it's audio of Tyler.
It's true. As far as for the other ones, I mean, I can't really say too much about, you know, Oprah and the rest of people that she had named. Because I remember Kat said, I'll never say anything bad about DL. Now, Monique was said, like, Kat about that. He's like, no. So it's really hard. And like you said, she has proof. She has the audio. She also showed a video clip, which is on social media right now. If y'all go up and look, her trailer was caught on fire when she was taping
saying the trailer was blown up. Someone noticed.
Again, it's weird. I'm like, so you have this video. It's weird how when people start keeping stats. I mean, what was your thought, about this?
To be honest with you, I was just like, wow, she's like every other woman who will keep a receipt of everything for 1,500 years. Like it'll get passed down to the next generation. They will stay forever. And I was just like, man, she got a receipt for everything. But
but coming from as a female, do you think you have to have that proof in this day and age? Because
yes, absolutely.
Why let it cook?
I keep everything.
Why let it cook?
I save everything because at some point somebody's gonna come for me. That if a person had a problem with me at some point and I have a recording, which I'm gonna be honest, I have recordings of incidents I've had with
Lord.
No, not of y'all. Look, not of y'all.
You took that video
I do. Look, I got some recordings so that if a certain individual ever tries to come back, who's a politician, who ever try to come back, I got all my recordings, and it's unfortunate, but when you're trying to do anything in the public eye at all, I have to make sure I got my back first. You know what I mean? So
that's why I don't
cause some of it.
Everything out in the open. That's why I try to do everything so transparent as an artist. So nothing can come back later in my career and be like, I got you. No. I don't let nothing cook. I don't let no beef stir. Somebody do me wrong. Look, everybody, look what they just did to me. That's crazy. I don't mess with them no more. And I don't mess with them no more. So later on, 10, 15 years later, you can't be like, oh, I got these recordings. We dealt with that when it happened.
But it's just so hard because I think what a lot of people can pull from this interview was like, okay, women really are black women are getting mistreated, women are getting mistreated, and like you have to have all these receipts in order to continue to prove your name because it's not just her word against, you gotta have proof. And it's such, again, I'm not crazy about Monique's comedy and this and that and the other, but in this case, I'm like, you know what? She came heavy. She came extremely heavy.
She came to air out the laundry. The difference is most of us, nobody would ever hear any of that unless you come for me. If you come for me and then I'm the one who's put on trial, then I'm gonna pull it out of the woodwork. But if you don't come for me, it's like it never happened. I don't know you. You live your life. I live my life. But obviously this is different when you're intentionally going out to air.
Yeah, and it's
That's
just she was back and forth at some points because she says, "Hey, I don't like to, cause any drama or anything like that. But if you tell me your deepest, darkest secret, I'm going to tell. I mean, if it's bad, I'm going. It's like, Mo, it's like you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're sounding real, bitter. But
it's like you get so with me, I get the anger.
Mm-hmm.
I get the cause that you need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You need to do something. But I just don't like the way she's doing it.
Yeah.
Like there just gotta be a better way. And I'm not a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Monique. I'm not a mega super legend in comedy. So it's like I'm not in her shoes to say if her decisions were good. All I know is I don't think I would move like that. I wouldn't play the game. If Tyler Perry, started a rumor against me, the moment I heard about the rumor, I would be pulling up on Tyler.
Absolutely.
I would be pulling up on Tyler. And then as soon as that, like if I exhaust that route, I try to deal with you, then there gotta be another way around the situation to prove to like, all right, you gonna downplay my name? Watch this. And then I'm gonna work with all these people that's other than you and show firsthand, like this is my character.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, it's right now it's helping Monique because she's going on tour with none other than Cat Williams, Cat, Mark Curry, Kevin Hart's ex-wife, Tori Hart. So I mean, hey, there's money coming in. But look, we got to move on to, of course, that time of the day, our favorite segment of the show. It's time for Syrok. What you think?
Attention, please. It's time for.
It's time for Syrok. What you think?
All right, 757. You know me, always bringing the Twitter world to your front street because you know what, a lot of y'all ain't on Twitter, not with your real account anyway. You shouldn't ask me. Look, I need to shout out a person. I don't actually follow this guy, but you know what? I'm gonna hit the follow right now. So I just hit the follow a guy named Ant himself. He posted something that I really, really, really agree with, and he says this man versus women era is whack. We need y'all need us. Now, when I first saw that, man, I was so like, I just had to say, yes, God dang, man, I'm so tired of these podcasts trying to convince us that, black men hate black women, black women hate black men, women hate men hate women, we at war. Y'all need to stop being hoes. We need to stop being controlling. Blah 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 blah. Right. It's just, but around us in real life, you just don't see what these people are talking about. And so who reposted it, man, I gotta call her out too. I'm gonna go ahead. What's her name? QUBITQT. I tag her in the post. She talks about this narrative shifted from y'all gonna die alone to we need each other. Listen, that whole y'all gonna die alone, I know what they're talking about. They're talking about those people like on the Fresh and Fit show where these toxic dudes make a lot of money off getting women upset. That's the only reason they're getting abused that they're getting. They came together with a format and said, we're gonna piss off a bunch of women. And so they got together, paid the hoochie to be on their show, and all they do is bag on women. And you watch the show, women.
They do.
Because they saying stuff that's pissing them off. These do not represent who I am. These people don't represent the men in this room. They don't represent the fathers, the entrepreneurs, the husbands that I know. Not at all. I know I need women. So much to the point where I got to. Women in my life. I love women around me. I love the smell of women. I love their voice. I love their stories. I love when they pinch my face. Like, I love women around me. They pinch my cheeks.
That's his thing. That's his thing. Let it be his thing.
Like, women smothering me with love to the point where my face just looked like that dog, that dog from the 80s. What is it, Droopy? Not Snoopy. It's Snoopy, the other dog where he just, wow.
Oh yeah, it is like
Droopy or something like that. I don't know, but his face is the face that I like making when I'm getting smothered with women we love. Man, I would like to look like I'm annoyed, but it's just the best feeling in the world. I need that in my life. Man, yeah, you got women like this who convinced that us men don't want y'all women around. That is insane.
It's annoying. It's so annoying because it's like that's in my mind. That's what makes women nowadays a little more on the defense side, and they always come with so much aggression. Like, whoa, what's the issue? That's exactly why y'all. Hold up, why have y'all? You speaking on? So I totally agree with
I
that.
tried opening the door for a woman at McDonald's one time. I was just trying to pee. We was in Vegas. I was trying to pee. I let a woman in it, and she looked at me and said, "Oh, so you just expect a cookie?"
Oh my God.
If I ordered a cookie, I go, I give the 3 packs. I just got pee. You walking in, I'm being nice.
Attention, please.
You know, feminist movement. That's probably gonna be like, she can open her own door.
But yo, I don't get it.
I don't want to open my own door. I want to be. I want to be baby. And equally, I want my face held, although not pinched. But I want, and I
Not a
want,
hard pin.
I want
It's a little.
A little
a
tug, just a
man
little
to look
tug.
in my eyes and be like, man, you are so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't want. What? I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
I don't want
And nobody does. No one does. It seems like the only time you find this attitude is online.
Yeah.
And then it's starting to like spew out into real life reality people's mindset. I'll be watching these dudes talk about how much, you know, women are hoes and stuff. And I be thinking, well, who else do you want to be the hoe? Like, who do you want them to be humping on? You be talking about these girls with high body count, but like, who do you want them to sleep with?
Good point.
Who?
You want them experience or a
Right.
You know what's funny
You
that
know
you
what?
until you say all this too, because I came across this video of a Jew that he says he pays his wife $250,000, I think, a year just being his wife. He has the money. He's like, look, because he's saying he's like, this is my queen. This is, you know, she deserves to do this and that and the other. And you know, of course, social media is like, you know, you have the ones that saying
Tax
that's what I'm
write-off.
talking about. You said what?
Tax write-off.
That's right.
My queen, and she saves me so much money.
But it's like you rarely you don't see stuff acts like that now. I mean, if I had that kind of money, I would love to. I mean, I splurge on my wife now, and I'm broke. So it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, is he trying to help that narrative change? What, you know, Syrok is saying as far as with the whole the fights in between both.
With me, if it was up to me, like if I really had the funds, if it was up to me, there wouldn't be no allowance at all. She would just have the debit card. She would just have it.
Mhm.
Like she already has access to my money like that anyway, but she knows like you swipe that mug too many times, it's gonna eventually stop. So she, you know what I mean? But if there was like, if money was not an object, if money was not an issue for me, she would just have the card, like complete access. I wouldn't be sharing because I know I need her popping for me to be happy.
Mhm.
I need her winning. I need both my ladies like on point at all times, smiling, stress free. So when they get around me, they, you know what I mean, they can focus on the things that I like, the things that I need, the things that I'm trying to do, the vibes I'm trying to say. I know I need women. That's what I'm trying to say. And y'all are crazy to be believing. What's her name again? Let me look up your name one more time. Her name is Cupid.
Gotcha.
Her name is NY Price is the tag name. She got a nice little fairy. She got a beautiful picture. Let me look at it. Oh, she's just a gorgeous woman. A very gorgeous woman. You look good in with you. Let's just call her NY Print.
That's what easy. That's what
Well, you saw QBDBDBD. Anyway.
I'm hearing a different.
Anyway, baby, those people who were saying you were gonna die alone, they just trying to piss you off.
That's right.
Yeah.
They are just trying to make you mad so you keep watching and reshare and state your thing.
Mhm.
Real men
Yeah.
know that we need you expeditiously in every aspect of our lives except the gym. That's it. Yeah, I don't want to see no poom poom at the gym. I need to be focused.
Apparently, you and I go to the gym for two different reasons.
And you can tell by our bodies. So
We've been having the longest phone conversation with Cam. What you at? The gym? What have you been talking about?
I have been in the gym like 5 years.
how do y'all, before we about to phase out, how do y'all feel about, these podcasts is representing all men? Because they say it.
They don't.
All these podcasts.
I'm gonna stop you right there. They don't.
They don't represent all
They
men.
say what they say for clicks.
Mm.
That it's all manufactured. It's all boosted up so that people will tap in. So either like you said, it's to piss women off, or to get like-minded men to pay the whatever YouTube things to boost their
super
thing.
straights. Oh, you know how I feel about super straights.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's all about. I don't even think that they believe the stuff that they say half of the time.
No, they don't.
It's just sensational.
They still sleeping with us. They still in relationships with us. But we had this era of stay toxic. You remember when all the videos came out, stay toxic, they were tagging that. And it's like, to me, it's part of that being toxic, and that's phasing out. We don't want to be toxic anymore. We want to be loved. We want to love. We don't want to be alone for the rest of our lives and be toxic, and that's somehow sexy. It's not sexy to be toxic.
Not at all.
It's traumatizing for you and the other person to be toxic.
Well, just like y'all, I mean, to piggyback with what they said, money over morals. I'll just leave it at that. Money over morals.
To wrap it up, y'all, please, every time you see them little Arab boys around that table with all them random $2 hoochies saying, we don't need y'all, come back to In Your City. Listen to us. I'm begging you, women. We love you. Come back. Listen. We need you desperately. I cannot survive without a woman's touch, a woman's thought, a woman's imaginations, a woman's... my nipples are getting hot.
All right, moving on. Yeah, Michelle, it is on you, please. Take us out of here.
I'm upset. I'm sorry.
It is time for Michelle's Corner.
Okay, I love that. Well, we're gonna roll into another relationship topic. We're just gonna roll into it. So obviously we saw the interview with Monique and Shannon Sharp, obviously. So kind of one of the things, that Shannon had to be subjected to is Monique told him basically, stop messing with them young girls. You need to be with an older woman. And he's like, you need a woman who's going to cook you some turkey legs with some gravy, who will come in there and rub your feet, give you your cognac. She basically was saying like, to stop. She said, stop messing with girls in their 20s and 30s. And then she said, you need to find an old, and I won't say the word because it's going to get bleeped out anyway. But she basically was talking in regards to dating down. Dating younger. And so I'm asking y'all, of course, because as we know in this room, my dating range has been anywhere from 25 to 55. So I'm
ridiculous.
What even is that?
As a newly 40-year-old woman, 25 to 55. That's kind of the range.
But now you gotta say, all right, y'all, that's her play range. That ain't that's her play range.
That's a fact.
That ain't her
I'm so glad you said that. That is a fact.
Let's not sit here and bull.
That's a fact.
Your play range is 25 to 55. Hell, my play range is 25 to 88.
He's so nasty. He's so nasty.
I'm not.
Jennifer Lopez is like 65. Have you seen her body?
She's not 88.
And we gotta talk about the Queen Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
So my question to y'all, have y'all dated, what's your dating range has been, which we know yours now. Have you ever dated much younger? And if so, what was that experience?
No. Every woman I've ever dated has been older than me. Except one. Every woman I've ever dated has been older. I've never dated anybody younger than me.
My wife is the only youngest person I've been with. She's probably like a couple years younger than me. So.
Couple years younger?
Yeah. Now older, maybe like 6-8ish years.
Now older, I didn't took it yet.
How far did you take it?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you read my book, the library and Miss Gladys.
Just the fact that her name was Gladys.
Well, her real name wasn't Gladys, but
okay.
But anyway.
Right,
Miss Dover, Miss Gladys.
Oh, okay, all right. We're still on the radio. We're still on the radio, sir.
Cam, what about you both?
So I don't even know how to follow that up. I don't think I would date any more than like 4 to 5 years my senior, but my ex-fiance was like 9 years younger than me. Okay. But I would never go there again. I'm 44 now. I wouldn't date any younger than like late 40s. I mean late 30s.
Late 30s.
Yeah.
I can see you with. I say early 30s would work for you. I don't see how far.
It
'cause
may.
You still got the energy for it.
It may.
So,
But that goes within the individual. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have got to get to know that person first. Yeah.
So you say okay, not 9 years younger, and you say you never go there. What's the no?
Yeah,
just
what's
It was a relatability thing.
Yeah,
We were from two different worlds, so our conversations, like, I wasn't able to relate to her upbringing because I was older by the time she went through like the most influential part of her life, which was like her late teens into her early 20s, whereas she was a child when I was going through that time. So like the things that were most important to us during those times, during that, you know, your brain figuring out who you are as a person, we couldn't relate to each other.
And
on.
that's why I'll always be like, when I see couples that are 20 years, 30 years, I'm like, look, I'm sorry to break to you, that ain't love. Somebody got some.
And that was the other thing. I want you to be
money
who you
going
are.
on. And then don't get me wrong, there's a rare breed of older people that probably still is very young and like very lively, but it's like Cam said, we're not relatable. Like, how do you even like communicate?
I think it's different too with men and women, because for me, men, when I try to date older men, they want to like immediately want to get married. They want to immediately like, hey, this is what we're doing. Like, you're not doing this anymore. You're not doing that. And then I'm like, wait, I have like all this stuff I'm trying to do in my life. Then when I date younger men, it's like I got to take care of them, you know. So it's like one extreme to the other. Either
or Michelle, you could date your age.
Oh my God! It's up there, Steve. It's up there.
Or we could try something a little different.
Michelle's like,
They want to take a nap.
I'm not used to this. This is new.
They going to work when you go to work.
I just don't meet people my age.
I feel you.
I feel you. You know how hard it is to find somebody my exact age that is, you know.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Y'all was raised by y'all was raised by crackhead. We just found that out. Not y'all particular parents, no. But y'all were the generation raised by crackheads. So maybe going older is wrong. You go with crack addicts. That's why they try to get married. They made it. They passed the most treacherous time of their life.
That's right. That makes sense.
They made it past crack and AIDS.
Oh my!
They finally settled down.
And the internet.
The
internet.
That is large. But as for you know, when Monique told that to Shannon don't listen to what Monique said, because here's the thing. Shit, man.
Like, wow.
He even said,
not 20s or 30s. I was like, damn.
Yep. Well, look, fam, we're going to continue this convo in our podcast. And you can listen to our pod on all platforms, iHeart, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your pod. Thank you so much again for tuning into another great episode of In Your City. Tune into this show every Sundays at 12 p.m. here on WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA.
Oh, we're on Odyssey, huh? I don't even know what the fuck Odyssey is.
Yeah, I don't know what
Odyssey is. That's one of the. So you got iHeart, you got Odyssey. Those are the ones that own those like big like corporate.
Oh,
shout out to Odyssey then.
So like Z104, all of them, they're all a part of Odyssey, I think.
Oh.
iHeart is like the Breakfast Club station.
So we're advertising on two separate ops at the same time.
Pretty much.
So like, Odyssey is the ops for iHeart.
Arrington has close friends they call Republicans, and close friends they call themselves Democrats. He plays on both sides of the fence every time.
Who would you vote for?
Crazy. Every time he get me in a room with a pastor, I'll be thinking,
yo, that's crazy. Like, are you sure that this is the stew you want?
I said love everybody.
I was just slapping at him.
This very hand. I didn't even wash my hands yet.
It's good to have friends everywhere, man. It's good to have friends everywhere.
So I didn't see the whole interview yet with Monique. I saw parts of it.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all seem convinced in what she was saying. I don't think she's a liar. But she just comes across as very woe is me.
She's definitely a gaslighter. And I still, it's still hard for me to pull away from that side of Monique. Like
Right.
the fact that she's not continuing to add more fuel to the fire.
Right.
But what she has said was like this: if she for sure has the audio of Tyler Perry, boom, that's one separate thing right there. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, defamation of character. Why didn't you think about suing? Because she put a cease and desist letter to DL when they said something that they had an inappropriate joke they were about to mention on air, but they took that off. So I'm like, you're quick to bring on lawsuits, but for this is the biggest issue that really put a dent in your career. Why not try and sue Tyler? Now I understand if you got
because I think for one reason, I think it's a few things as far as her chess move, what she's thinking. Now I don't agree with the play. Now, as I describe what I believe the play to be, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'm wrong. But if you sue, you just like with Netflix, you automatically close the door on the future. So you get your original win, like you might get some money, you might even get a show out of it. But after that, the doors are closed. They did their application, you won your suit, I'm walking away. You sue Tyler Perry. You sue Tyler Perry, he's done. He's gonna pay. If he loses, he's gonna pay that settlement, whatever. And your door to that studio is forever shut.
But I think it might be different though. For one, with Netflix, she ended up having a special on Netflix. Now, special was I did not like it. It wasn't.
Didn't it flop?
It was awful. And I was telling Syrok earlier today, I'm like, look, she cried at least a couple times during her special on stage. I don't come to see a comedian to cry on stage. It's just not. That's hard. You don't want to do that. People are coming from sorrow and heartaches from to try and be uplifted. Keep crying.
I don't necessarily mind that when it comes from a place of sincerity, because Deion Cole did it in his last stand up when he was talking about his mom, and that shit like touched your heart. You know what I'm saying? So like, if it's coming from, like you said, a gaslighting perspective, it seems to be a lot from her. Then
well, she was telling hers was pretty similar than the Deion, because she was telling a story about her upbringing and what it was going. So that's when she started to get emotional.
So I'm not all the way mad at that.
But besides that, Joe sucked. I mean, Joe, it still didn't do good after that. I mean,
I think there is a lack of accountability on her part. It's one thing to come in and air out all these things that have been done to you.
It is,
and that's fine if you want to talk about that. But if you're not looking at yourself and you're not bringing into these interviews your own growth and what you've learned and the mistakes you've made, I really don't care what you have to say.
What do we think about what she had, the Kevin Hart situation?
Before I ask that one, the Tyler Perry one, I think that if she tried to sue, I don't think it will ruin her, because for one, if she has an audio proof,
not ruin her, I would say that closes the door for his studio.
It definitely kills a bridge.
You can't keep me and then want me to be
absolutely
for a movie.
Absolutely.
And she's still trying to get on the gigs. Like, she's still trying to get in the door of some of them.
Because if she doesn't work with Tyler Perry, who else is she working with?
But I think it will ruin Tyler more than it will ruin her, though. Because here's the thing: the black community get a little tired of Tyler, because they're like, okay, you give us the same concept stuff. Now, don't get me wrong.
And they're still rocking with it.
Yeah, they are. And we are. All of us are.
But I feel like a lot of people within that group too still rocks with Monique. They still love her. I mean, she still sells out wherever she goes. They still support Monique. So I don't think it will hurt Monique at all. I think it will put a dent for Tyler Perry.
But he ain't gonna. My point, he ain't gonna book her.
No,
you can't try to get. You can't want me to book you and you sue me.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Now, with Kevin Hart I'm not giving Kevin Hart the blame for that.
I'm not blaming. You can't. She in the same interview, she said that brother wrote me a check and saved my family.
Right.
And then get mad that he stopped talking to you. Something happened.
And that's why I said what I said. That's why I said I can't take her so seriously, because she's only telling her stories to be in her favor.
Right.
I feel like there's big gaps in what she's saying, that like she's saying Kevin just stopped calling. Then nothing happened. He just stopped calling.
Before that, so that just to recap the whole, just so the audience knows, like, all right, this is the current information that we were working off of, just in case we change. So the current information we're working off of the Kevin Hart situation is that, Monique got into that blackball situation.
Right.
Kevin Hart was still rocking with her.
Yep.
He wrote a check to her family to help them out during a hard time. When she was able to pay it back with interest, she paid it back.
She did so.
And then she called Kevin Hart during a misunderstanding and the
Kevin Hart tried to mediate with Tyler. Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And you know, it's like, look, let's just move past it. Basically, what Kevin was saying, let's move past it. Let's do something else. I'll executive produce whatever you do.
She went to a studio with that. They were like, "Hey, Kevin is on it. It's golden. Let's go."
Tried to confirm with Kevin Hart's lawyer or manager at the time, and the manager told the studio, "Kevin Hart ain't rocking with her."
Yep.
And she called Kevin to see what happened.
He was like, "That was a mistake.
That was a mistake. I don't know what's going on." And then, from her point of view, from that conversation, 2 years later, she has not heard from Kevin.
Right.
Something happened. Something happened when the lawyer got privy to it. It was like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
Told Kevin what was up.
Yep.
And Kevin was like, oh
wow.
I think she just got too toxic to be touched.
Exactly. And see, the PR people, the PR team of Kevin Hart's like,
oh, they gonna save his ass because that take money too.
Exactly. And he's everything he touches right now.
It's like
to go.
they were like, "You are not EPing anything with her.
No, you're
it's
not.
a money thing."
No, you're not.
And
That's exactly the reason why. And they probably went down a list.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? Or even worse, she actually went on the offense to him.
Yeah.
And he didn't see it yet.
Yeah.
And so when he did see what she said, offended in any way, shape, or form, I'm not gonna find it.
Because Monique is not taking fault for
anything. Anything.
That's impossible.
It's not possible.
If you're that real of individual, I mean, you gotta take fault. It's been fucking like 15 years. 15 years.
Nobody gonna write no substantial check to you just out of the love, and then all of a sudden, for no reason at all, stop talking to you.
You can't just be the victim in every scenario. It's not possible. It's not possible.
It's a bitter toward at this point. It's like you just saying, look, I got something to say before I tell you.
But when you hear the grievance, the original grievance, it makes sense of the anger, and that's why I'm totally, and that's why I'm not like, that's why I don't hate Monique at all. That's why I still respect her as one of the greatest comedians, because she was a queen of comedy. She had me weak on Queens of Comedy. I can't take that from her. She was dope. Miss Parker was hilarious.
It was a hit.
The Parkers was funny.
I think it's easy to say Parker's might have been more sexual than Moesha because that was a spinoff.
Oh, it was. And then let's add more to her name because I'm not trying to take away from this black woman. No. She won an Oscar.
She won a freaking Oscar.
It's something
off of an independent film, by the way. Because that was an independent
film.
She
got paid like what, $50,000 to do?
50 grand. Now that's another thing I want to bring up too, because when the issue between Oprah, Lee Daniels, and then that whole Monique thing. So Monique has said that she was in her contract was to do promo press for Precious in the US, right?
Mm-hmm.
She completed all of that. She was done, wanting to spend time with her family, blase.
Right.
Once they sold the film overseas, she's like, okay, look, we gotta do some overseas press. Now she was saying
she didn't want to do it for free.
She didn't want to do it for free, but her travel and her stay would have been paid for, just not any money in her pocket.
Right.
I'm kind of back and forth with that, only because if you're paid to promote your and I don't know if it specifically said promote in the U.S. or just said pay
just in the U.S.
So then if it's just for the U.S., okay, I might see that. But if it's strictly just to promote the film, I'm like, I mean, when you're a part of the project, because she said you sold the film, you don't sold me, but I'm like,
yeah, you don't get so. The movie does do crazy numbers in the can industry and overseas and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We have a podcast. Okay. Overseas and shit. So she doesn't get on top of that 50 that she got paid and whatever she got paid for. Well, she got paid more than 50, but anyway, she doesn't get more money because the film is doing more money,
which I think is not fair for any actors. I don't think they should be paid upfront, almost like a down payment, and then once it, hit
that's all for your contract. That's all for your, I mean, I've done movies where I've only got paid $5,000 to do the entire movie, and I'm in that mug all up and through.
Mm-hmm.
The movie didn't make no money, but who's to say the movie does money tomorrow? Next thing you know, it's a multi-million-dollar movie. I don't get more money.
Yeah.
I've already got paid for the job. I signed a contract. I didn't sign for royalties.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be a makeshift movie that wasn't going to make no money, and I thought the $5,000 was going to be as most as it made. That's the bet that I take.
Yeah.
If it does good after this, That's the deal that I made.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But there's contracts that you can get royalty and points for in the game. When I have movies like that where I was only paid $500 to do it, but say the movie does do $1 million, well, I got 20 points in that movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna always make money off of it.
Well, you know,
Yeah, that makes
her
sense.
daddy is a manager.
I don't like that at all.
Man, that's
I
a
don't
problem
know.
in itself.
Yeah, the professional part. I wouldn't call
Problem.
my
Can I tell y'all? Can I tell y'all? Can
No.
I tell y'all a funny
weird.
story? So about
Absolutely.
4 years ago, I was at this conference in Atlanta, and they had a gala like the day before. The gala was acknowledging like a few honorees. It was like Dr. Yusuf Salami's he's a part of the Exonerated Five. I don't know if you remember that story, like in New York. Monique, and it was another NBA star. I'm forgetting his name, but when it was a close knit room, like it was pretty dope. Like, oh, Monique and her husband's right there, front and center. When she went up to win this award, and I forgot what it was, like some kind of like lifetime achievement award. She dedicated almost the whole entire thing to her daddy. She's like, "Ooh, ladies, I just wish I could put him in the bottle so y'all can just kiss." It was awkward. It was really. I can understand you thanking your husband for always being supportive, being a part of your team, and that, but you go far on whatever side you're trying to get to with your speech, and I'm just like, and it was funny because my mom, my mother-in-law, yeah, was with me, and they're just like, okay,
The little
and it was, and I mean, like, it was nothing. It was one of the weirdest speeches except speeches I've ever heard. So
It sounds uncomfortable.
it was. So I mean, that just added on like.
I would never have my dad manage me in general. No.
Was that her actual daddy?
No, it's not her
That's
daddy.
she.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
her daddy.
Yeah.
she calls her husband daddy 24/7.
I mean,
I just think
Look, this is a person who is called daddy. Like I am called daddy by my children in my loves. Like I am called daddy on a daily basis. Don't call me daddy in my workplace.
that's what's like behind closed
That's what
doors
behind
and
closed
I
comfort
still,
of
think,
your
I still
home.
think your manager should not be your dad.
I don't think managers should be
It's
in
weird.
family. Now they do have a saying. I do think they
Yeah.
should have a saying and stay close knit to that manager.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But
It's just-
anything can go wrong with that.
that's true.
You
That's
have
very
an
true.
argument or fight or a big blowout that might last a few weeks or whatever. Then what? No, I need my manager to be somebody neutral to everything in my life.
And then on top of that, okay, fast forward all this drama, she does the film Almost Christmas, which was really quite a successful holiday film.
Wait, we gonna spend the whole time. We gonna spend the whole podcast talking about this woman.
Oh, yeah.
Arrington is in his bag right now.
He's excited about it. Let's let him.
He
he
really
was talking
want to
about
talk
these
about
trailers
Monique
blowing
right
up.
now.
Well, I was just gonna say the fact that she criticized Will Packer, another very prominent, producer, director, in Hollywood, and it almost leaves at fault. It leaves the question like, okay, who in Black Hollywood will like people like go to, like, because she's calling out Oprah, she's calling out Tyler Perry, she's calling out Will Packer, she called out Lee Daniels, but they made up. It's like who is there when it comes to Black Hollywood? Like,
Don't go to Black Hollywood. Go to VA. Go to VA and work with people like Kam Godley, like Michele, like Arrington. Look, I'm tired of mainstream. I'm tired of mainstream. We are better.
Yeah.
We are better. We are better. And that if you spend a month in the Virginia entertainment scene, for a fact that we are better.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking there's local, like you go to city, there's local patches like us all over the place that work harder, that's funnier, that have more common sense, that have more business savviness, and we're not corrupted by what we think the Hollywood game is supposed to be. Yeah. We run the game how we run the game. Like we run a game professionally, with love, and with the intentions of doing the best we can. And I'm sick and tired of mainstream. All these people arguing is good for us. Let them knock themselves off the top.
Mainstream is so competitive amongst each other, where it's like you think they go to you for help, and you just make it a competition. There's people that work amongst each other. Hey, look, we do the same thing, but we in it for the same common goal, right? Let's work together. That's what you're gonna get in Virginia. Virginia all for love. That's what say Virginia is for love.
The only reason you shouldn't be working with a person if it just don't match. Like if your personalities, y'all style, the way y'all work, if it just don't match, then you don't work together.
Yeah.
But if you just got this common goal and y'all link and y'all good and y'all, man, none of that Will Packer Monique stuff is going to happen around us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
as soon as drama happens, what do we all do? We huddle
Fucking
Yep.
talk.
and
I
we
was gonna
talk
fix it.
We
Yeah.
fucking
immediately.
talk.
Nobody leaves the pack thinking, "Hey, there's no way to resolve this."
Yeah.
No. We all either this is the problem, and we either come up with a solution right then and there, or we break and individually think of solutions and come back.
Plus, it's a scary sight to see Michelle upset. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Man, you
that's
see
what-
how serious everybody gets? So as soon as he got upset, everybody's like, all right, what do we do? All right, if they call the violence, if they want the violence to happen, they're gonna look at me. Nobody looked at me. They don't want no violence to happen. I need to stay in my lane and mind my business. And that's what me and T did. We
Michelle come stoning with them high.
Oh man.
we solved problem.
You know what? I love that you say that because the last two shows for the full package, we have had like big problems we had to solve. And what do I always come back to? This core circle right here. I come right back. I'm like, all right. And then I had to admit this last week, I dropped the ball. I messed up. I caused the problem that was a problem. And I still know, like, if I cause a problem, I'm admit it. And then be like, all right, well, what do we need to do to work this in? Because it can't be fixed. It can't be fixed on my end by just ignoring it. But how can we as a team fix it? And that's why I love team dynamic. I love it. I love our team because we're literally unstoppable. We will come up with a solution within minutes.
It's like your brother looking after their sister in a sense, because it's just like when we
That's
saw
exactly what it is.
Hold on,
Because when she'll come to me and say someone came at her with some heat, I was like, no, send them my way. And not even on no gangster shit. It's just like they're
won't talk
not
like that
going
to
to talk to me like that.
That's
And
true.
I'm not gonna have any heat for them. We're gonna come to the understanding. And she did that. She had an artist had a gripe. I was like, send him my way. We went outside. We talked. Michelle came out. By the time Michelle came out, everything was rosy. We came back in. Let's rock.
I am not the person you get you that solution.
That was straight little man syndrome right there.
And I try to be understanding. I'm just going to be honest. As a white woman, and we're in a production with a majority of Black artists, I try to be understanding too that they're used to dealing with situations where my people take advantage of them, and they'll tell them one thing,
but this wasn't
and
that.
then they'll lie to them. I know. I just know that they've had situations where they might have been told they were paid, and then at the end they don't. Whatever it is. So I do feel like when somebody comes at me like that, it does make me emotional, but not for the reason.
The thing about this particular situation, everything you're saying is valid. This person was wronged by their partner.
Yes.
We were making adjustments based on that dynamic.
Yeah.
And you, being the kind soul that you are, went a little bit too far.
I did. I made too many exceptions.
Right. So we had to reel it back. Everybody was happy at the end of the day. Nobody thought they were wrong. And then we move on to the next week like we keep doing.
Yeah, but I do love and appreciate that, you guys, I can come to you with anything, whether I've been the one to make a mistake or it's somebody else. I can come to you guys, and I know I trust all of y'all's opinion, and I trust your advice. And so I don't even have to worry when something like that happens. I know that we will come up with a solution that's gonna, it's gonna be amazing, and it's not gonna end up being this big explosion.
Do we talk about Syrok's entrapment? We'll wait until the show starts rolling, and then we'll talk about that. Syrok might have been trapped on stage with someone he doesn't necessarily get along with, and I'm looking for the producer's booth. Like, how did this happen?
I don't know. I'm about to take the mic and do it.
And with the mic.
I don't know what to do.
I was like, no, not this. No, yes, we are doing it.
So for our audience, Syrok might have a problem or might have had an issue with one of the contestants, and we've been making every exception to keep them off the stage together. And somehow this past recording, he wound up doing their post performance interview.
Because it's work. Like it's still
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's still a job. If I was working at Apple and the person came up to me trying to get a phone, I'm still gonna get that commission.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm not gonna tell them about all the features.
Right? You should know by now.
You should know what an iPhone do. Do you want it or not?
What does it do? You should know.
All right, can we talk about what we gonna talk about?
Let's do it.
Is your lady here? Is she hear everything? Okay.
Open that door behind you just in case.
Just in case. She can hear it? You can hear it?
Yeah.
She can hear.
Can we talk about Drake?
Oh no.
Y'all seen that man's penis?
Of course.
Man, what a confidence boost, right?
Wait,
I feel like
he's like, oh, I know Aaron saw this one, so I know.
no, listen.
So, audience, I need you all to understand this.
We're talking about
This
Drake.
wait. This was a topic that Syrok felt he needed to hold
Yes.
to the pod.
Yes. I have body
We-
dysmorphia.
we-
I found out.
We don't know where we didn't know this was going there.
I found out that I have body dysmorphia, and I found out in the greatest way.
Yes.
Drake's penis.
Yes. It was
So here we are. So Drake's penis got leaked, right? It was that flappy thing. It was you just waving it back and forth like the wacky inflatable arm tube man. That was on. It's the wacky inflatable arm tube man. You know.
Oh my
I don't
God.
need. You know what? I'm gonna go get a cookie.
No.
I don't need any. I don't need any of these images in my head right
If you
now.
didn't see it, it's hilarious.
God.
What made me happy, what gave me joy, is that the comments underneath it, the women was like, "Oh, it's so long, it's huge." It was people just talking about how big it was. All the joy. I have serious body dysmorphia. I thought, look, I'm an average, below average sized man. That's what I thought. Oh no.
Now not anymore.
Underneath Drake comments. Yo. He king of the 6 because it's 6 inches. I'm so excited.
That's actually pretty fucking funny.
I'm so excited.
That's
Do you know how
actually
much
pretty
of a confidence
fucking
booster
funny.
it is to have a bigger dick than Drake? Drake.
Damn, I'm not-
This is solo. We don't respond to this. We let Syrok. We let Syrok and Michelle take this one away.
Bro, come on.
He's
To
Drake.
know that Drake
he's-
dick is bigger than Drake's,
He's Drake Syrok. He was gonna get love regardless.
you think so?
Hell yeah, he's
Absolutely.
gonna get low.
Absolutely. I didn't need that in my ear either.
Multi-million dollar dick.
You got your headphones on, so that really good.
Multi-million dollar dick don't get called big regardless.
They love Drake.
Of course.
They love women love Drake.
You a damn liar.
When women say it's so long, how would I take?
You know damn
I thought that's what you think's impressive.
I didn't even know that
you know
they
damn
was.
well
that
the
was
Dollar
happening.
General was bigger than that. You
Man,
know damn well.
I text my wife and
Well,
I
Jeremy said-
text my love, I text him. I said, "Yo, I'm Big Dick Willie." Big Dick Willie, I got be. I'm so happy. Think about all the celebrities your dick bigger than. Think about it. This opens up a whole new door.
You just Googling what celebrities.
Celebrities don't get pussy based on their dick size, bruh.
Well, I'm be first. I'll be the first big dick celebrity.
I said I wasn't gonna do this with him. I said I wasn't gonna do this with him.
When you
And-
understand,
and-
I'm like at a loss of words. I really don't have
You
like.
know, because I really had body dysmorphia. No, hear me out. I really had body dysmorphia no matter what my wife or my girlfriend would say. And you think I wouldn't because, you know, I have 2 women who love me. So you can't have a small penis, right? You can't tell me that.
That's a wild
And
thought path
because,
right
because of porn, the porn, so when you see porn, penises are huge. Penises are huge. So I just grew up thinking,
Pills, all that shit.
I just grew up thinking like, oh, well, yeah, I got a little dick.
You just said,
I got a little dick. And the only reason I'm getting all these women as I'm growing up is because I'm just a funny guy. I got great personality. Just like you say, Drake got $1 billion dick. I got funny dick. I have hilarious dick.
I don't know if you want to call it funny dick,
A
bro.
hilarious thing.
Dick with a punchline. All I know. All I know.
Talking about
Not
Syrok's
the
dick, please.
punchline.
Give us a-
No.
I'm not talking about Syrok's dick.
I was delirious. I was delirious. I
But
was
he-
wrong.
In his own way, he stumbles upon an interesting topic.
I did.
Yes.
And that topic
Yes.
is
Think about it. You think your dick little because professionals.
I mean,
Your dick probably big. Look at Drake's dick. Go look at it and
I
then
don't want
look at the
to. I don't
comments
want to.
and feel good about yourself.
I'm not a journalist.
Feel good about
I'm
yourself.
not doing that research. I'm not doing that
You don't
research.
even gotta look. Don't even look at the penis. Just look at the comments. Look at the comments. Your peripheral is gonna see the length of the penis. It's a great feeling to have. Running through my dicks with my. You know how that shit go.
But I think everybody knows what you see imported is fake. That's
Not
real.
me.
Oh, you think that's okay?
No, I thought it was real. I mean, of course, I knew all the hooting and hollering and the accent, yeah. But I mean, you can't fake size. I thought these people were really built like whole arms.
my thing is,
Wait, because they're celebrities?
No, not the celebrities, the porn stars.
Oh, I got you.
No, that's too much. Real
Oh,
women don't want the arm.
No, there's some that do.
Yeah.
most-
No,
most
there's-
women don't.
trust
I
me.
don't wanna-
There's some that want Big Dick Willie. Yeah. They are out there. They are out there. The whole genre.
Most women would be like, I want good enough, but not to the point where I'm going to be like in excruciating pain.
So my wife, I'm
I'm
like,
just saying.
forget this.
Mine, I've always. This is
If you don't like it, hey,
This is a fact.
It's me.
This is a fact. It goes to how turned on I am at the time.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
There's a woman right now who thinks that I don't get no bigger than a pinky. Like there's a woman out here right now at this moment. And to tell you the truth, I just don't know how I just wish I just never met this woman in my life. Like I just
Wait, this is multiple times or just a one hit? One time.
Okay.
Okay.
I was a younger cat just before I met my lady. And I thought, I don't know, I was smelling myself, you know how dudes get. And I didn't leave home with nobody. So it hurt my pride. And I saw this lady and I'm like, ain't nobody around her.
sometimes it's like that. Though.
It's
Sometimes
like
like
You
that.
should have just took the L that night,
home.
bro. Should have
And,
took the
man,
L.
I'll be damned. Like, oh.
My penis is like, what? No, I'm not.
What's happening right now?
My penis was definitely like, nah, I'm good.
And
I was young.
you were like, fam, like we
What you
here.
doing?
We here.
I'm struggling to put the condom on. It's terrible.
I've had times where I just tapped out. Like it's not gonna happen.
I tried to push through.
But we have moments like that. It just don't affect us on the outside physically. We just lay there like, get it over with.
I gave her the gummy.
Oh my God! Yes, do it.
See, that's a bad strategy, Michelle.
If
'Cause
you want it over with,
I feel you.
Now he thinking his gummy working.
Thank you. And that's what thank you.
I ain't never had it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Gummy is
You
getting it.
inflating
But
inflating it.
You're leaving the person happy. Exactly.
you
Leave
know,
the person happy.
I had one incident where I said something in my very early 20s, and I said to myself, I will never do that again because I didn't look. This is gonna be descriptive, but I didn't know he was in. I didn't even know he was in there, and I was like, "Are you?" I was like, "Are you in?" And he got so mad. He called me a bitch, and like he jumped up, he left, like it was a whole thing. And I was like, "I didn't know. I didn't feel it."
You know that scene in Friday?
Oh,
when,
wait.
when he got the chain
We're
stick?
not gonna just trample over that.
Yeah, we can't.
It was so
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
I have never heard no shit like that.
Yeah.
No,
in
I didn't
my
know he
life.
was in.
That's the
I
first.
didn't know.
And y'all, look, Michelle ain't the thickest in the world. Okay.
So it don't but it don't take a lot to get there, right? Like you can
You can see where you're going. You can see where you're going. I've been through some tunnels. Michelle is a short bridge. You can see.
so now
What
I
race was
need
this guy? What race was this guy?
He was black.
what so now we gotta unpack. No. We're here now. What position was this in?
It was regular.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Wow.
And he was going to town like it was the greatest thing in the world. I was like,
That is
you?
hilarious.
Like,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
My man was about to explode, and she was like, "Did you?"
he was about to
start?
go, and I was like, I'm sorry. Did you want to like start? Are you in?
Mentioned,
Like,
I
I was like, what?
think that's
She
technical
said, did you
difficulty.
want to
He got
start?
so mad at me.
Yeah, man,
Watching me out.
That means he was rubbing against your thighs extra vigorous. Like,
Something, because there was nothing. Like I didn't feel. He was like, I was in. I was like, I'm sorry.
Missionary?
Yes, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Hey,
I didn't
when she
know.
told
your dicks are bigger than what you thought,
I
fellas.
didn't know. It was.
when she broke that dude's heart, he ran to his car like that scene Friday. We said,
Red.
"Give me that check."
Yeah, he looked just like Ray.
So I felt so bad though. After that, I was like, I'm never gonna say anything.
You
If it's
can't.
not good, I'm just gonna shut up, and I'm just gonna shut up.
Too many
because
women lied to
I felt
him.
so bad.
Right.
Women like that.
That's
'Cause
true.
For some reason,
That's
he
true.
was shocked. I would rather have body dysmorphia and thinking that I'm too small than going around thinking that I'm big dick Will.
He just got right past the clip, like
I don't
right
see
past
how.
it.
If you at least if you at least long enough to get to the clip, she
I
can
don't
feel
know.
something.
I didn't feel nothing. There was
If I had
Were you-
Going to town, it was just like,
Were you intoxicated?
no.
if I had a
I
little
wish
dick,
I had
I would be
been.
playing patty
If I
cake
had it,
with
would
the
have been
clip.
better.
Me-
I thought
I-
he was still on the
hey,
outside.
Michelle got the flashlight. Said,
What's going on down there?
At that point, at
He's
that
still,
point,
just on the outside. I was
you-
like,
"No, not in there yet. Not in there yet."
he should have been a cunnilingus professor.
Man.
Dog, my penis would be a homing missile for the clitoris.
Right there.
I would be. It
Bing,
would
bing,
be
bing, 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 bing.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'll be
You
tearing it up.
gonna get this vibrating dick
I'll start
because
Dude,
you know when you have a big clip. I would think.
man.
Yes.
Was
Yeah, I would break it down like, hey, before you react, I know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I know what I'm like.
Yeah.
You still gonna have a good time.
But I'm gonna
Thank you.
make this special for you.
It's gonna work.
Shoot.
Stick with me.
That is
Maybe you might
insane.
even say it. No, for the work this time.
Why would you do that to a woman?
I don't know. I was so.
That's selfish.
Yeah.
That's selfish as shit.
Yeah, he called me a bitch. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'll never say anything again.
Now you need to say
Never
something.
anything again.
No, you need to
Let
say
me finish
something.
this.
You need to say something.
Hey, the many times that I've had to do that in general.
Was he hyping it? Was he hyping it up?
In full-on marriages.
Was he hyping it up?
Was he what?
Was he hyping it up beforehand?
Yes.
Listen, hey, fellas, if your dick is smaller than Drake's,
Don't do it.
you need to have some special skills equipped. That's just how it is. If you're smaller than Drake, special skills equipped. If you're longer than Drake, then goddamn just stamina.
That's
Worry about
wild.
the stamina and consistency.
That is so
There's so
crazy.
many
Feel
toys
like
and everything. There's so many things you can do.
Dude, I would be the fencing champion of the world with my dick.
That's a fact. No, he's not lying though. Because how do you get a woman to come back when
There's only so much personality you can have, bro. I'm not that funny.
Hey.
I'm not that funny.
Sometimes your fingers are better.
but she could
In
get
that
but she could
situation,
get
if
she
you
could
were
get
to-
that she could get that end dick somewhere else.
I know, but I'm just saying if you ain't got a lot going on and your fingers are longer, use your fingers.
I'm at this point. This was a brother because you already know the conversation with his bros probably with the chick last night.
Oh, he lied.
He
lied.
He
He
definitely
lied.
lied.
Toward
Because
it.
every friend group has a me. Like every friend group has a me. And I guarantee you're not gonna tell the me the truth and not hear. No, he lied.
Oh yeah.
He lied.
He'd still be hearing about that. Yo, you remember that one time you was with that chick
He lied.
and you didn't get past? That was crazy, bro.
I
Can't
would
believe
be
you told
so
that
Over
story.
30 years ago, yeah, but that's a story that can never be forgotten.
You learn any new tricks? Nah, I'll be that friend. You learn anything new yet?
Man.
You figure it out.
You're not gonna keep him around, bro.
Y'all hit up that doctor I told you.
That's
You get that
I
shit checked out.
would strap.
Oh man, that is so,
I can't scrap. I can't scrap.
Would you let her know, or would it be on the low?
Well, I would give Dykish personality. Like I would be masking as a stud.
I don't even know what to do with that.
I mean,
I don't even know what to
undercover boss, but
do
undercover
with that.
I look like Boosie. There's no way. Dude, if I had a belly button for a penis,
Oh no.
I would pass as a stud. And when they find out that I'm a real man, it'll be even more like, oh, what a benefit.
Oh shoot, this is just an added bonus.
Yeah. I'll be identifying as a trans
That's like
man.
a trans.
I'll identify as a trans man.
It's a trans.
That's the only way you
That's
can do
what.
it.
That's a.
If your penis is smaller than the, you have to identify as a trans man.
Yeah.
That's the best
And
way
then
to
Yeah.
go about it.
whatever is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You're bound to get a woman because they lesbians. They want women. They don't
Yeah.
want to do. But you got a strap.
I mean, I'm bisexual. I want both. I'm greedy like
And
that.
a trans man is
is
perfect.
it greedy? Or
It's
is it
greedy.
nasty.
Both.
All right, Auntie, you got some. Well, are we done? Well, I'm
He's
done.
reading his
We're
dad.
I'm just happy about this bigger than
He
Drake.
Well, the perfect way to end that. Okay, all right.
Breathe. I don't see how y'all not happy about this.
All right, all
My
right.
wife did the same face. Like, I don't see why you care so much.
Yeah.
Why don't you? Your man's dick is bigger than Drake's.
Well, I can see like your wife's first like stronger.
I'm like,
Oh, but then ask for it later tonight. You couldn't do it. She looked at me just like that.
Give me that
then
bigger than Drake.
proceeded to ask for.
give me that dick.
Like,
Give me that.
see, this is what you get right here. Not this shit. All right, moving on. All right, so y'all know the show. Y'all heard this show called Raising Cain?
Wait. Bridge it properly. Shits and giggles. Cause you just trying to. He's just trying to get. You ain't slick, bro. You ain't
No,
slick,
you
bro.
think you
Nah, fam. Bridge it properly. It's time for shits and giggles. Let's go.
Alrighty here. Alrighty. All right, I don't know if it's shits and giggles, but this actor says he doesn't date because he doesn't believe in spending money on women he's not in relationships with.
Giggles.
Huh?
Giggles.
He does not date because he doesn't believe in spending money on women he's not in a relationship with.
I just don't understand how you skip a whole
How do you get a
step.
relationship without
Yeah.
dating?
Yeah, that's why I said giggles.
That's what I thought.
I want to hear some more on this one.
That's what I thought. No, so this actor from a show called Raising Canaan, Malcolm Mays, and he was on a podcast recently. He said he stated that he doesn't go on dates because he doesn't believe in spending money on women he's not in a relationship. So again, I'm like, so do you just like friends? Is he gonna be the?
Yeah, you be like, I like you. We're dating now.
Yes.
I feel like that kind of ties into the whole issue between men and women because they're gonna read this like, see. He ain't trying to satisfy us.
That's crazy.
I feel like I need to hear this clip. I'm not saying that everything isn't in what you just said, but like it just
There
doesn't.
got to be a way for him to get to the dating stage.
Can I say this to you?
Nah.
Yeah, there got to be a way to get to the dating
You get
stage.
into a relationship. You just be
don't
like,
get it.
I met you.
I didn't understand that either.
Right.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, past dates, he probably was that guy that walked away when the bill was coming up.
Okay, or just say this.
It's not gonna work.
Like Syrok said, prepaid.
Oh, I paid for my meals.
Somebody just FaceTime.
You don't know. Okay, moving on. Okay, another shit he goes. No, I don't want to talk about Blueface.
Please don't. Please.
Ain't gonna do it.
Blueface.
I ain't gonna do it.
Angel
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, but obviously his baby mother, he got a following. So,
I didn't even know he was in jail.
yeah,
Yeah.
He in jail for a good minute. He in jail for a good
He in
minute.
jail.
Okay, check this out. So, shits and giggles. So y'all know the singer Kiki Wyatt, beautiful voice. Okay, so she announces she is thinking about opening her own church focused on worship, word, and accepting all people. No, not holding back. So she's getting backlash because obviously, like people in the. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that just?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So people that are like, the strong believers of obviously are saying like, oh, they have issues with that, but again, I'm a believer too, but I also think you should always, keep the door open for regardless, because everybody needs someone to rely on. So
Right.
I think she's on to something with this, because we live in a new age where, I mean, identities are not the norm. People identify differently and this and that and the other. And her being an artist, she's in that genre of like, hey, this is my family, this is a part of my team. So I mean, do you think this is a good move for her? Now, I don't know if she's gonna be the pastor or anything like that, but I mean, it sounds like she's at least trying to put the staple into it. I mean, do you see it being successful? Do you see it being a good thing, bring it up in the conversation?
I feel like anything related to religion is going to struggle. It's going to struggle, and because people connect religion with intolerance.
True.
In this society. Not that I agree with that, because I'm a believer too, but I'm also accepting of everybody, and I don't exactly live a life that I guess people would consider biblically acceptable myself. But that doesn't mean that I don't have a different type of belief system. But I do think that she faces more criticism even attempting, because people they're not going to be accepting of you living in two different worlds at the same time. It's just a difficult. This is always going to be difficult.
Yeah. Next topic.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, my shit's a giveaway kind of dry. I'm trying one another dad joke.
Okay, yo, wait a second. Don't end it. Hold up, I got good news.
Oh gosh, Syrok has good news, y'all.
Live.
You interrupted shits and giggles. So that was good. I was on a roll too.
So, everybody knows I've had some car issues, right?
Yeah.
I almost went out of business because of what was broken in the car. So I lost a bunch of my cameras. A few of my Black Magics was shattered, and it was bad business, right?
Hurts my heart.
So one of my clients who I've done some work for, just donated my company a car.
Oh wow. That's so dope.
They sent my company a Chrysler 300.
That is dope.
I love that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I know you. Go ahead. You want to go ahead? No, not a little.
My dick is bigger than Drake.
Okay.
You think I want to just start crying? Not with a dick bigger than Drake. I'm going to be. I'm never going to cry again.
I wasn't trying to lead into that.
So yeah, it was from a church. From the church lady who yeah, that's a weird segue. But,
Church lady.
Yeah.
We just talking about church, by the way.
Oh yeah, so that's nice, man. They just send in Fox Studios a Chrysler 300. I get to pick it up Sunday.
That's what's up.
Let me tell you something.
That's what's up, bro.
Talk about acts of good deeds and acts of kindness. That's what we need to continue to hear about more.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome.
This got to be the people who vandalize my stuff. They got to be pissed.
Yes.
Like think about it. They're watching all of this happen, so they gotta be
in real time.
When they were breaking the cameras, they thought, "Yeah, this is gonna
end him.
This is going to end him." They didn't bother to steal nothing, by the way. So nothing was missing. Tripod still there, just bent. Camera lens is still there, just stepped on a crush. The mirrors that's in the, because I got DSLR, so they're not mirrorless. They got the little glass, and those was all punched in, shattered. All the Black Magic was gone. The Sony FS5, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know the lingo I'm speaking. And all that stuff was broke. And then tires were slashed, catalytic converter was gone. Windows rear mirror shattered. You know what I mean? It was terrible. And how I decided to go ahead and just get over it, I went to Vegas.
Sometimes you got to.
You just go to Vegas, trust me.
I had fun in Vegas, and now I'm coming back to solve all these problems, and all the problems are getting solved.
Let's go. Let's
So
go.
after watching that rehearsal, man, twirling like a ballerina, I'm back, guys. I'm back from Vegas.
Oh,
Who is this guy? So,
Vegas.
I hear an annoying voice out there, and then
Vegas was crazy. Vegas was crazy. They know who we are now.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they know who we are.
You gotta love Vegas. Would you live in Vegas, probably?
Live?
Yeah.
Oh no. No.
There.
Living in Vegas is OD. That is a place where you bleed dry and you leave. You bleed that city for what it's worth, and you leave.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say it like that is because that city bleeds many people to their drugs. And it's only right that every now and again somebody hits that city for a lick.
Yeah.
So bleed that city for everything you can and go home.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a way to end off the show, man. That's a way to
Sure.
end off the show with some good news. All right, y'all. Well, look, continue to tune into our radio show every Sunday, 12 p.m. WNSB 91.1 FM. If you are not in Hampton Roads area, you can't find us on that radio dial. You can download the WNSB app. It's free, and tune into this pod, available on all platforms. So, and y'all got any added news you want to?
So, yeah, I ain't get to say it.
All right, we're going.
My dick is bigger than
All right.